Across the United States, 12 brand new vehicles are sitting unsold on dealer lots, rejected by buyers in numbers the industry hasn't seen in years. The metric that quantifies this failure is market day supply, the projected days it would take to sell existing inventory at the current sales pace. A healthy market averages 76 days. The cars on this countdown range from 256 days all the way to more than 1,400 days. Their average transaction price is $55,161. This is a pricing and trust crisis, and we begin at number 12. In the 12th place, the Buick Envision finds itself stranded in tariff purgatory. Once a steady seller in the mid-size crossover segment, the Envision's fortunes shifted overnight when a 45% import tariff hit all China-built models in March 2025. General Motors responded by raising the sticker price by $5,000, pushing the 2026 Envision's average transaction price to around $47,100. Dealers are now sitting on an inventory of approximately 13,600 units, with a market day supply of 256 days, more than 3 times the industry's healthy benchmark of 76 days. The tariff shock, not a collapse in product quality, is the main culprit here. Buyers balked at the sudden price surge, leaving Envisions to pile up on lots while General Motors' promised shift to U.S. production in Kansas remains years away, delayed until at least 2028. The Envision's predicament sets the stage for a countdown shaped as much by policy missteps as by product misfires. In the 11th place, the Jeep Grand Cherokee L faces a sharp backlash from buyers, driven by a mismatch between its premium price tag and the value it delivers. With an average transaction price of $50,500, the Grand Cherokee L now costs several thousand more than direct rivals like the Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade, both of which offer similar space and features for less. Dealers are left with about 7,300 unsold units and a market day supply of 278 days, nearly 4 times the industry norm. Owner complaints have zeroed in on persistent infotainment failures, with reports of screens freezing, random reboots, and unresponsive controls undermining the vehicle's upscale image. These reliability issues, combined with the sticker shock, have eroded trust in the Jeep brand and left the Grand Cherokee L languishing on lots. The model's struggle highlights a broader pattern for Stellantis, where aggressive pricing and unresolved tech problems are pushing buyers toward more reliable, better-valued alternatives. In the 10th place, the Ford Bronco faces a sharp reversal of fortune as a high-profile safety recall stalls sales and clogs dealer lots. Once celebrated for its off-road promise and retro styling, the Bronco is now mired in a recall crisis centered on its accessory power interface module. NHTSA's March 2026 recall order, RCMN 26V1578605, instructs dealers to replace the APIM after reports of overheating and sudden touchscreen blackouts, an issue that can distract drivers and, in rare cases, knock out vital instrument displays. Owner complaints surged to over 2,000, with narratives describing burning smells and screens going dark without warning. The fallout has been immediate. Dealers are sitting on roughly 34,000 unsold Broncos, with a market day supply of 280 days, nearly 4 times the industry's healthy benchmark. At an average sale price of $47,700, the Bronco's inventory pileup now rivals some of the industry's worst. The recall's shadow has transformed a hype machine into a cautionary tale of how safety defects can erase buyer confidence overnight. Number 9. The Dodge Charger faces a stark identity crisis in 2026. The abrupt disappearance of its iconic V8 engine, replaced by a 3-liter turbocharged 6, arrived alongside a base price hike of $15,000. That single move pushed the average sale price to nearly $59,800, a figure that alienated the Charger's core enthusiast base and confused mainstream buyers alike. Dealers are now left with roughly 7,700 unsold units, translating to a market day supply of 309 days, the first model on this countdown to cross the 300-day threshold. Forum threads and owner surveys echo the backlash, with longtime fans voicing frustration over the loss of muscle car character and the sudden leap into luxury sedan pricing territory. The result is a sedan stranded between its heritage and an unproven new identity, with inventory swelling as buyers look elsewhere for both value and performance. Stellantis's aggressive pricing gamble has backfired, leaving the Charger adrift on dealer lots and marking a cautionary tale in the ongoing saga of misjudged market repositioning. In 8th place, the Jeep Gladiator faces a sharp market correction as its once coveted lifestyle image loses traction. Dealers are now offering discounts up to 20% off the sticker price, a sign of desperation to clear out an inventory that has swollen to roughly 16,300 units. The average transaction price for a new Gladiator hovers just above $50,000, yet even with these deep cuts, buyers are staying away. The model's market day supply has reached 323 days, more than 4 times the industry's healthy benchmark. Regional advertising scans show aggressive promotions in Sunbelt states, but the fatigue is not limited to any one region. As the Gladiator's niche appeal wears thin, dealers are forced to erode their own margins just to move metal. This pattern of heavy incentives not only eats into profits, it also signals to consumers that the brand is struggling to justify its pricing. The Gladiator's predicament marks a turning point, where lifestyle marketing alone can no longer prop up demand in a market that's become far more price-sensitive. Number 7. The Chevrolet Blazer EV stands as a warning about the risks of pushing unfinished technology into a skeptical market. Dealers are now holding roughly 3,100 unsold units, translating to a market day supply of 329 days, more than 4 times the industry's healthy benchmark. With an average sale price near $49,300, the Blazer EV should compete at the heart of the midsize electric SUV segment. Instead, it faces a wave of owner frustration centered on software reliability. Reports of frozen infotainment screens have become common, leaving drivers unable to access navigation, climate controls, or even basic vehicle settings until a hard reset is performed. General Motors issued Technical Service Bulletin 2024-045, instructing technicians to reflash the infotainment system and inspect the parking brake wiring harness for corrosion after complaints of persistent warning lights and intermittent parking brake failures. Neither issue triggered a formal safety recall, but the accumulation of technical service bulletins and online owner complaints has fueled a new anxiety around electric vehicle reliability. In a segment that relies on trust in emerging technology, these user experience failures have driven buyers to pause or walk away entirely, underscoring how unresolved software and electrical gremlins can stall even the most aggressively priced electric vehicles. Number 6. The Nissan Altima finds itself trapped at the intersection of looming discontinuation and mounting ownership risk. With a market day supply of 357 days, nearly 5 times the industry's healthy benchmark, dealers are left with around 1,100 unsold units, each carrying an average sale price of $30,900. The Altima's fate was sealed when Nissan announced the end of the nameplate after the 2026 model year, a decision that immediately accelerated its slide into depreciation territory. For buyers, the math is stark. Not only does a discontinued badge mean faster value loss, but the Altima's notorious CVT transmission adds a layer of financial risk that is hard to ignore. The 2022 NHTSA recall, RCMN 22V511-8702, ordered a replacement of the CVT clutch pack following a surge in owner complaints about sudden loss of drive power and transmission shudder. Out-of-warranty repairs for a failed CVT can run $5,500, a figure that looms large against the car's modest resale prospects. Compounding the issue, a 2024 recall targeted excessive oil consumption in 2.5-liter models after reports of engines burning a quart every 1,000 miles. Reliability scores have tumbled. Consumer Reports rates the Altima at 68 out of 100, while J.D. Power's Dependability Index puts it well below average for the segment. For mainstream buyers, the Altima now represents double jeopardy, rapid depreciation tied to its discontinuation, and a powertrain with a well-documented history of costly failures. Number 5. The Jeep Grand Cherokee crosses a threshold no automaker wants to see. It has a full year's supply of unsold vehicles, with roughly 22,500 units stranded on dealer lots. The average sale price now exceeds $47,000, yet buyers are staying away not just because of sticker shock, but because of a mounting crisis in after-sale support. Industry surveys and dealer audits reveal growing frustration with service wait times. Routine warranty work can take weeks, sometimes months, as dealers struggle to secure parts and schedule appointments. Layered on top are a host of add-on fees, from mandatory protection packages to inflated documentation charges, which push the out-the-door price even higher. For many shoppers, these extra costs feel like a bait and switch, eroding trust at the most critical moment in the buying process. The result is a vicious cycle. As service bottlenecks and fee stacking spread across the Jeep network, the brand's reputation for value and dependability continues to erode. Depreciation accelerates and dealers are left holding inventory that simply won't move. The Grand Cherokee's 365-day market day supply is more than a number. It is a warning sign of what happens when pricing ambition collides with a breakdown in customer service. Number 4. The Mitsubishi Outlander faces a fundamental mismatch between its practical promise and real-world capability. Marketed as a value-packed 3-row SUV, the Outlander arrives on dealer lots with a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine and undersized power plant that struggles to move a vehicle of this size, especially with passengers or cargo aboard. This design decision has left buyers cold, and the numbers reflect it. The vehicle shows 372 days of supply, with about 7,600 units languishing unsold nationwide. The average sale price hovers around $37,100, but dealer markups have pushed some listings north of $45,000, putting the Outlander in direct price competition with larger, better-equipped rivals. Road test reviews consistently cite sluggish acceleration and a strained engine note, undermining the Outlander's appeal as a family hauler. Compounding the issue, the third-row seating is cramped to the point of near unusability for adults, making the promise of 7-passenger practicality more theoretical than real. Buyers scanning for value see the disconnect: a high sticker price, an overtaxed engine, and a compromised interior layout. As a result, the Outlander sits idle while competitors with stronger powertrains and more honest packaging move off the lot. The Outlander's predicament is a warning about the risks of stretching a platform beyond its limits and expecting buyers not to notice. Number 3. The Jeep Wrangler 2-door enters the territory of extreme market day supply with a figure that defies its legendary status. Dealers are now sitting on 9,200 unsold units, representing a supply that would last 373 days at current sales rates, nearly 5 times the industry's healthy benchmark. The average sale price for a new Wrangler 2-door has climbed to around $42,500, yet even that is not enough to entice buyers back. The core problem is a dramatic shift in consumer preference. 4-door models now account for the overwhelming majority of Wrangler sales, leaving the 2-door version stranded as a niche product with shrinking appeal. Compounding the inventory crisis are persistent powertrain complaints. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Office of Defects Investigation has logged approximately 1,800 consumer reports tied to the 2-door Wrangler's engine and transmission, with owners describing sudden engine stalls at low speeds and gear shift delays that sap confidence in daily driving. Stellantis issued a technical service bulletin in 2023 recommending a software update to the powertrain control module, but this advisory fell short of a recall and left many repairs uncovered once the 5-year warranty expired. J.D. Power's Dependability Index reflects these issues, placing the Wrangler well below average for predicted problems per 100 vehicles. What sets the Wrangler 2-door apart in this countdown is not just its inventory bloat, but the way its own brand sibling, the 4-door Unlimited, has cannibalized demand. Dealers face a dilemma: a classic off-roader that no longer fits the needs of mainstream buyers. Saddled with reliability doubts, and a price tag that no longer matches its perceived value. The result is a model that, despite its iconic badge, is now left to languish on dealer lots, an early warning of what happens when automakers misread the mix between nostalgia and market reality. Number 2. The Ford Mustang Mach-E stands as a stark warning about what happens when policy shifts collide with unresolved product issues. The disappearance of the $7,500 federal electric vehicle tax credit on January 1, 2026 delivered a crushing blow to demand. With the credit gone, the average sale price for a new Mach-E shot up to $49,500, erasing the affordability that once fueled its popularity. Deliveries fell more than 60% year over year, and dealers are now left with over 4,100 unsold units, enough to last 548 days at the current sales pace. That is more than 7 times the industry's healthy benchmark of 76 days. But the pain does not stop with lost incentives. 2 major safety recalls struck in quick succession. First, a headlamp leveling motor defect affected nearly 80,000 vehicles. Second, a software bug could cause the car to roll away unexpectedly, impacting 115,000 units. Both issues demanded immediate attention, yet many repairs lagged behind, fueling a wave of owner frustration. The financial fallout is just as severe. Kelley Blue Book projects that a new Mach-E will lose about 60% of its value over 5 years, with some nearly new examples already trading hands for under $20,000. This steep depreciation, combined with the inventory glut and recall shadow, has turned the Mach-E from a headline-grabbing success story into a cautionary tale about the risks of relying on incentives and rushing technology to market. And finally, in first place, the Polestar 4 stands as the definitive outlier of the 2026 inventory crisis. With a market day supply of 1,468 days, nearly 4 years' worth of unsold stock, this electric SUV has become the industry's most glaring symbol of market rejection. Only 522 units sit on U.S. dealer lots, yet at the current sales pace they could linger until the end of the decade. Polestar's initial strategy hinged on a $67,800 sticker price, but as inventory piled up, the company slashed prices by $10,000 and dangled a $4,000 Tesla Conquest bonus for would-be defectors. Even with these deep cuts, the average transaction price remains $57,800, far above what buyers are willing to pay for a model with so many unresolved issues. Owner sentiment has been harsh. Edmunds rates the Polestar 4 at just 6.3 out of 10, while Kelley Blue Book's consumer score sinks to 2.8 out of 5. Reliability is a recurring concern, with Kelley Blue Book's index flagging camera and sensor calibration as ongoing headaches. The most controversial feature, the replacement of the rear window with a camera-based digital mirror, sparked hundreds of complaints about lag, ghosting, and outright failure in poor weather. In 2025, a technical service bulletin ordered a software update to address camera latency, but the fix proved insufficient for many owners, and the problem persists as a key deterrent. The financial consequences are severe. Kelley Blue Book projects a staggering $27,358 loss in value over 5 years, about 40% depreciation, making the Polestar 4 one of the worst investments in its segment. These numbers cement the model's position as a case study in what happens when a brand overestimates demand, underdelivers on execution, and fails to earn buyer trust. As Toyota and Lexus models turn quickly thanks to disciplined supply and consistent quality, the Polestar 4 serves as a cautionary tale. Even a brand new electric SUV can be left to rot if the fundamentals are not right. Across all 12 entries, one pattern is unmistakable. When automakers lose sight of pricing discipline, reliability, and brand trust, buyers walk away, no matter how new or hyped the model. In 2026, excess inventory isn't just a statistic, it is a symptom of broken confidence. The real winners are those who deliver steady value when the market is unstable. Thanks for watching. Share your take on the future of new cars below.